Shred? Shred, is that you?
Crypt?
Dude, what the fuck?
That's weird as hell, man.
How'd you get there? I was just thinking about you, dude.
Well, that's probably why I popped up. I'm like a genie. You
See?
think of me times in a row, and here I come.
Well, I don't want to tell you what I was rubbing, but it worked.
now that I'm here, you only get 2 wishes.
Well, it certainly is one of them to talk to you, man. I'm glad to talk to you, brother. Thank you for joining me, sir. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. How are you, sir?
Even better now, man. I always enjoy our talks, man. I love talking to my Thralls of Metal pals, brother.
And we love talking to you, goddammit.
And for those of you Metal-O-Maniacs who do not know, and you should, if you follow the show, you do already, but this is my main man, Shredlord, who we've done many things together at this point.
Yes. Most of them
you know, most, but we got the sci-fi special coming up. I'm still editing that, but I can't wait to share that with everybody. It's going to be a blast, and we're going to do lots of stuff. But I appreciate you joining me today, man, because, dude, I know that you know. We were laughing together earlier about this Vince Neil clip together. Man, what the fuck, dude? What the hell?
Oh, yeah! Hey guys, I'm sorry guys, it's been a long time playing. My fucking voice is gone. We love you, and we'll hopefully see you next time, man.
He's got to go. He's done. He's done. It's over. That was his first show in over a year and a half. He could not make it through the entire set. He says, "I'm sorry, guys. I've sung a lot tonight. We'll see you next time." No, he's not.
And walked away. It's insanity, dude. I can't believe it, brother. I can't believe it.
The rest of the band had no idea what was going on. They just keep playing the riff. They're like, "Oh, okay."
That's the greatest part of the video, man. He's walking away, and they're like, "Oh, girls."
Yeah. Oh, did you see some of the other clips though? They have some other clips too. The actual song clips.
Oh no, I'm gonna have to. I'll have to dig some out.
I have to send them to you, man. They are special. They're just as good as the videos that were circulating a couple years ago.
Oh, I remember we shared the. Well, you may or may not know. You know us being friends for the last year or so, I guess now, but it's almost tradition here at Metal-O-Mania now to make fun of Vince Neil, man. He just opens himself up to it so easily. The birthday shout out video he did, we had such a blast with a while ago, and I mean, this guy's a clown, dude. I remember. And what am I missing?
Whatever they Travis, yeah. Shout it together. Woo!
Yeah, dude, unbelievable, man. And dude, I know that we have some people, every time we make fun of them, at least a few people reach out to us to be like, why are you guys being so mean to Vince Neil? He's just some hair metal guy. But let's not forget, the dude killed somebody. The dude killed somebody drinking and driving and continued to drink and drive. So fuck that guy, man.
The dude from Hanoi Rocks.
Yeah, that's right. The drummer, shit, his name escapes me at the moment, but yeah, that's right, man. Crazy.
Yeah. No,
he did a couple of like fucking public service announcements, and that's it. You know, got away with it.
Yeah, he's definitely has a lot of demons that he has not conquered 100%. But I guess you could say that about every member of Motley Crue. With the exception of Mick Mars, I feel like Mick Mars is like such a stand-up guy. He's like the drama-free motherfucker. Everybody else has like some crazy skeletons in their closet, but Mick Mars just is like, I just want to fucking rock, man. Right. I love that about.
Well, and I might make the case that Mick Mars is the most talented guy in the band, if it would be my stance, honestly.
I agree, 100. Musically talented, 1000%.
For sure.
Absolutely.
You know,
Next would probably be Tommy Lee.
Yeah, honestly,
Yeah.
yeah. Tommy Lee's a hell of a drummer. I mean, the drama set whatever. Yeah.
Nikki Sixx is the Gene Simmons, right? I'm the bass player, you know, I like to write the songs and stuff. And Vince Neil at one point could carry a tune halfway decent, man.
Well, could he though? That is my question for you, sir. Because
he's Ozzy Osbourne, right? In that vein, singers, where he has a voice that's unique to him and it works for Motley Crue. But, you know, if you were judging somebody voice to voice, I doubt many people would pick Vince Neil's voice. But same with Ozzy, right? Ozzy just has that distinct voice that just kicks ass. Now, granted, I much, much, much prefer Ozzy's voice to Vince Neil. Let's make that right away clear. But still, I feel like, you know, it's that same vein. It's more of a unique voice than a amazingly beautiful voice.
I agree 100% on Ozzy. I'm not sure I'm sold on Vince. Honestly, I'm old. I got to give you, I'm old. I've talked to a lot of recent Motley Crue fans, you know, old school Motley Crue fans recently, I should say, that kind of reference, well, he's old now and blah, blah, blah. But I make the case, man, I saw Motley Crue in 88. I didn't think he was a good live singer then. I've always made the case. I've always argued he's a studio guy. He's a studio voice, you know, and in that vein, he is perfect for Motley Crue. Their studio albums, his voice is exactly what, you know, makes those albums what, you know, what they are, obviously. But I've never been sold on him being a live guy. Axl Rose, a lot of those guys I've seen live that just seem to suck every time live.
I'll tell you right now, one of the best concerts I've ever been to in my life was not in this lifetime, the reunion tour. Actually, I was staying in Maryland, and I went to FedEx Field. That's where I saw them.
No shit.
I was in Stadium. Well, when it was still considered the Redskins, I was at Football Team Stadium, FedEx, and saw Alice in Chains open up for Guns N' Roses. Man, what a show! But I think Axl sounded amazing, but the band did jam a lot, I noticed. So I think what helped Axl stay sounding so good is that he had, excuse me, that's a little bit of lunch coming back to say hello.
Hello. A little food ghost.
Yeah. He had time to kind of revitalize the voice or step off stage for 10 minutes or so and drink a hot toddy and, you know, a lemon tea or whatever the fuck he's got to drink and get the hell back out there and rip some songs.
No shit, that's funny. I've seen Guns N' Roses. I've never gone to a show to see Guns N' Roses, but I've seen them probably 7 times. And honestly, I've never seen Axl Rose do well. I'm not personally. I have heard shows that he's done well, but I've never seen it. Not once.
Just a quick question then, of the concerts you've been to, who's a vocalist that you thought was going to suck when you got there, but ended up making a believer out of you?
You know what? There's a couple, but I didn't believe that Dio could do live what Dio did live. Honestly, I mean, I was a young guy.
You doubted Ronnie James Dio?
No, I don't want to put it necessarily like I doubted, but I definitely remember the first time I saw Dio thinking he is as amazing live as he is on a record. And I remember being blown away by that, you know. But Absolutely. Just how the depth of and in that same vein, Rob Halford, who I've probably seen Judas Priest 25 fucking times probably, but he's amazing every single time. Every time.
Yeah, he's the metal god for a reason, man. Rob Halford, downright incredible. He's one of my favorite. Bruce Dickinson, Rob Halford, Dio, Jeff Tate.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, those 4 right there is so much power.
Holy grail of voices, yeah, man. Oh, you know what? I'm going to get a lot of flack from our Metallica haters out there, but I actually think James Hetfield carries himself quite well live. I've always been, you know, I've never seen him phoned it in or look shitty, honestly, live, and I've seen Metallica quite a few times, man. You know, the drummer, that's a different story, but vocally, I've always thought James Hetfield brings his A game myself, so.
I think James Hetfield is one of the best right-hand rhythm guitar players in metal, period.
Yeah, rock and roll. Fuck yeah. You know, I even wonder how we would take in there. I wonder how, and Justice for All been Metallica's last record, and then they called themselves something else and put out the same exact discography that they have since then. I wonder how differently it might be received. I've wondered that a million times, you know. If they just said, hey, we're no longer a metal band, we're kind of a rock and roll band now. We changed the name to this. Here's what we do now. Check it out. I bet people would be like, all right, yeah, this is cool. But since they were Metallica and we want Metallica, you know,
Metal.
right. I've always wondered that anyway, but
Metal-Lica. Come on now.
Dude, I called them that when I was so young. The first time I was handed a cassette, I've told this story a million times, obviously, but Vince Matthews, who used to sing for Dying Fetus, who currently sings for Criminal Element, and I went to elementary school together. We went to kindergarten together. We grew up together. And he brought me a cassette tape and said, dude, you got to hear this band called Metal-Lica. It is crazy. And because the only thing we had was the written word from it. We didn't know how the fuck it was pronounced, you know. But that's how long ago that was. And it was the EP. It was the Whiplash EP. So.
Oh shit, yeah. I'm familiar. I've always been a kid. I'm a disciple of Dave Mustaine, man.
Oh yeah, I love Megadeth too. Well, let me ask you then. I don't want to dive too much into the Ellefson stuff, but what are your surface thoughts on Ellefson getting thrown out of the band? Did he deserve it? Was it overhanded?
My thought is this: knowing Dave Mustaine and knowing the situation, I think a couple things go against Dave Ellefson. Number one, Dave Mustaine is a father of a very young girl himself. Number two, from the statement made, it already seems like Dave and Dave were having some strains again on their relationship.
That's what I think too.
And the fact that the last thing Dave Mustaine would ever let happen to his brand Megadeth is for someone to be fucking making fun or fucking, you know, slagging on him and whatever, dude. And yeah, I mean, I can just see Dave Mustaine right now, you know, like, yeah, we're going to go play a show and everybody's going to be looking at Ellefson going, you know? So, and even if it was consensual, which it sounded was, it's still not a good look for a married minister. So he probably needs a little bit of time away to get his family life under control. But I have a crazy theory. Can I lay it on you?
Let's hear it. Yes, sir.
My crazy theory is Dave Mustaine let him go from the band to help him. Because now it seems like, without coming out and saying it, that Ellefson's camp knows who leaked these videos, knows what the intent was, because it sounds like he was blackmailed first and that it wasn't successful. And so Dave Mustaine firing him from Megadeth, he's going to have much more of a claim and say when he goes to countersue.
Hey, I fired from my job.
I lost my job. I lost this amount of money. I lost my endorsement. Anything like that, he's going to be able to say.
Wow. Heavy. I love your assessment actually of it, man. I think that's a pretty nicely put. I do tend to feel a little bad for Ellefson because it does appear to be consensual. It doesn't appear to break any kind of legal barriers as far as age goes. I agree. It's a bad look for a pastor and a father and a married man and all that stuff. But you know, I've always felt that's kind of not the public's right to judge, and to a certain extent, I guess, unless you're preachy about it.
Well, doesn't that little, what's that book that, oh yeah, the Bible written by that one guy. What's his name? Oh yeah, God. Doesn't it say, you know, let he without sin cast the first stone, man? So
yeah, right.
Not that it's justifying anything, but we all do dumb things. We all fuck up. It's an unfortunate part of life, but unfortunately for Dave, some people fuck up more than others.
No shit, brother. Well, and let's talk about that though. There's videos of me on Scully's phone or whatever that, hey, let's be honest, I wouldn't want the public to consume that shit. You don't share that. I do feel terrible for that. Do you remember Erin Andrews used to be the ESPN reporter? The guy did the film of her. She was in her hotel room and he filmed her through her keyhole. I thought that was such a horrific. I felt so terrible, dude. She's kind of dancing around. I did. I saw the clips. I never went to look at the uncensored, but I saw the clips they showed on the news coverage of it. Yeah. And it's clearly a moment you're having to yourself. It's not for public consumption. It's not for. This is me. The things you do by yourself that you would be horrified if the world saw, dude. I felt awful for that. That's terrible.
People deserve privacy. That is beyond offensive, invasive. Yeah. Privacy annihilation right there.
And see, some of that, for me, some of that bone is struck with this Ellefson thing a little bit. I do feel like, man, it's horrific that so many people got to see that shit. That's not right. That's not ours. That's not ours to consume. It just, yeah, it isn't, you know.
I hope if somebody put that out there maliciously as a way to attack him, I hope they get everything that's coming to him and then some, because from what it always has appeared to be is Dave Ellefson has been just nothing but a stand-up guy, man.
Right.
He's, you know,
right.
Who's ever talked about him besides Dave Mustaine, of course, you know, but everyone else has had nothing but glowing things to say about him. And, you know, everyone I've ever talked to, I even was, do you know the band Hatchet?
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. So my band opened up for Hatchet here in town one time, and then the lead guitar player of Hatchet, his name's Clayton. He was a really nice guy. I followed him on Facebook after we played with him because he was really cool to show and everything. And turns out he ended up doing some guitar for Dave Ellefson's solo band, and he seemed to be having a damn good time with them, man. You know, so getting to see some of those pictures and stuff, and Dave Ellefson just seems like a jam to be around, man. So
yeah, that's a bummer.
If they fucked with him, I hope they get a sharp fist right up the ass.
Get a good one of these jobs. That's right, man. Hey, and I'm sure we'll see Ellefson. It's not like he's dead, so we'll see him do something, you know.
He needs to be home right now and really be working on his marriage. If there's anything left to save, his wife might have said, you know what, fuck you, I'm done.
Yeah, right. It'd be hard to blame her.
No, it'd be hard to blame her for sure.
Yeah, man, hard to blame her. What a rough story, man. Rough gig.
Oh.
You know what's not a rough gig is you, man. I have to tell you right here in front of all these Metal-O-Maniacs, I love you, Shredlord. You're my brother, sir.
I love you too, man.
Fuck yeah, man. Hey, we should make a regular thing of this, man. Can I get you to come on semi-regular? We'll break it. We got to call it like the Shredlord corner or some shit. I don't know, you know.
You just say semi?
I did. Hey, the Shredlord semi might be what we call that motherfucker.
Well, I'm rocking a semi right now thinking about it, truthfully.
It's the shirt, right? Is it the shirt? Tell me the truth.
It is the Kiss shirt mixed with 80s slashers. Absolutely.
Yeah, you gotta love it, man. Fuck yeah, dude.
Half Chubberino.
Well, man, tell everybody out there real quick though. Follow Thralls of Metal, man. Tell them.
We are a group of jackass friends who listen to far too much metal music and give our opinions on them. And we do it pretty much all the goddamn time. We do discography rankings, jump on our friend shows such as this right here, and just talk about metal and have a good time doing it. So yeah, Thralls of Metal, YouTube. Be there.
Literally my favorite thing to do on YouTube is you guys, man. And that's two now. That means you're now my favorite thing to do on YouTube and Pornhub, Shredlord. So
dude, it went from semi to full rocking, man.
Rock and roll.
Throbbing is the right word.
Truly though, man, Thralls of Metal do reviews, they do box openings, they do rankings. I love the rankings videos. I love when you guys get going back and forth on your different opinions. Dude, I am a gigantic fan, man. Truly. My favorite thing to do on YouTube, I shit you not, is you guys.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. Very, very much so.
And tell Nick I said I love him, and we'll drag him in on the next thing. I believe Nick's coming to join us on our stand-up comedian talk, but
that is.
I'm going to call you in the next week or two about some current event shit, but then don't forget, you and me, man, we're going to headline an action star show, brother. I'm looking forward to that.
Do it now.
Hey, you're the disease. I'm the cure. I want the other one. I want Sly on you.
Oh.
You do your Artie, I'll do my Sly. We'll make a thing of it.
Hell yeah, dude. That sounds great.
Good shit, man. Well, thanks for stopping by, hanging out with us too, Shredlord.
No problem, dude. Take care easy, bud.
You rock, man.
Raise your hand if you've got a boner.